Hi guys, we're going to do a little art tutorial video this week that you guys can draw along with me, pause as you need to get caught up or erase and fix things. This is just a little bit of an example of what we're doing. I'm trying to think of art projects that you don't need a lot of materials at home. So for this, all you need is a sheet of paper. It can be a sheet of printer paper, that's what I'm using. If you have a sketchbook, drawing paper, it could even be lined notebook paper. Any sort of paper. You need obviously a pencil to do your drawing with. I used some sort of black marker to do my outlining, but if you do not have a black marker at home or a Sharpie, that's fine. You can just leave it in pencil, or you could even use like a black colored pencil or a black crayon to do it. And then I colored mine with crayons on top, but you do not need crayons. You can absolutely use colored pencils. You can use watercolors. You can use markers of some sort, something to color it with. And if you do not have something to color it with, that is okay. You can just turn it in as it is. So kind of here's the finished product, but I will kind of work through this with you. And this art project I picked because being home like this, you kind of get bored and you get stir crazy, and that sometimes makes us cranky. And this art kind of always makes me feel better when I'm doing it, but this art, particularly this project, reminds me of things that I'm thankful for and that I can't imagine my life without, that I still get to enjoy. So without further ado, here we go. So the first thing you're going to do is in the center of your paper, you're going to draw a cloud-like shape. So I'm drawing mine decently large, and basically I'm just making a bunch of C or U shapes until they connect to one another. And then inside this shape, we are all writing, I can't imagine my life without. And so on the first one, you can see that I kind of did like a cursive font to make it kind of interesting, but you do not have to. So on this one, I'll do I can't, and I'm going to do imagine a little bit bigger. And I'm just doing a regular font. Imagine my life without, ... Okay? And so it's up to you. Whatever font you want to use, if you want to make it cursive, all capital, if you want to do it swirly, that is up to you. Use your creativity. From here, I'm going to make lines shooting out of my cloud, going the whole way around. Okay? In each of these shapes that I'm now creating is what I will write eventually, what I can't imagine my life without. Okay? And if you want to use a ruler, by all means, go for it. I'm just kind of eyeballing it and trying to make them as straight as I can. Okay? So I have all of my shapes. I can't imagine my life without. So think of things you can't imagine your life without, and you're going to write them over here. And again, think of the font that you're using. If you want to be just normal font, that's fine. If you want to do cursive, if you want to do different fonts in all of them, all capitals, it's up to you. But one of the things I can't imagine my life without is you guys, my students. So I'm going to put that in there. So you will fill this in. And so I can't imagine it without family. For those of you that know me, know that I can't imagine it without Taco Bell. Maybe a pet, maybe a favorite book or movie or things like that. And so you are simply going to write all of these things in the whole way around. And I can't wait to see when you send them to me what all that you put down for these, just to get to know you a little bit better and see what you value in your life. And so then after you do that, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do all of them. After you do that, the next step would be outlining everything with black if you have a black marker. So here's mine. So I have the outdoors, art, obviously, Christmas, church, my friends, Taco Bell, reading, baking, BMS, music, sports, my family, ice cream, movies, laughter, shopping, all of those things. So you are going to make this whatever you can't imagine your life without. So they should all be different, and I will not judge you what you put. If you put you can't imagine your life without your phone, without Netflix, without your stuffed animal, without Snapchat, it's completely up to you. If you can't imagine your life without Sour Patch Kids, then add that on there. It's perfectly fine, okay? So some of mine are a little bit more serious and some of them are a little bit goofier. That is kind of the steps that I think you should get done by Tuesday, so by today. If you get all of this drawn in pencil, all of your items you can't imagine your life without filled in, and then outlined with marker, That is good for Tuesday. Then on Thursday of this week, you are going to start to color them. So it is up to you, again, what you color it with. If you want to do crayons, colored pencils, markers, it's completely up to you. I did a technique where I kind of colored a little bit darker here on the edges. And then I filled it in really lightly so that people could still read my word. So that's kind of the technique that I used, and I used different colors going the whole way around. But again, completely up to you. Okay, just make it nice and as neat as you can. And so kind of here's the finished one that I did as my example. You do not have to use random colors. If you only want to use 3 colors and you want to do a pattern of those 3 colors the whole way around, that's fine. If you only want to use 2 colors and do a pattern, if you want to do every single one a different color, that is completely up to you. And like I said, markers, colored pencils, chalk, crayons, watercolors, whatever you want to use to color it in. And then after, so on Thursday, you will color this. You will take a picture of it with your iPad, and you will go in the red folder for my class on Schoology. You'll go to where it says Project Photo Submission, and you will just take that photo and upload it similar to what you did last week. Thank you. I can't wait to see them.